Let me put my eyebrow on fleek real quick for you. So I understand that I left the film. I'm trying to do Obama way. I understand that I left some things out last time on my Flash After Show, but we back at it now, and this is about to be all spoilers, all things, every time. Don't forget, Lance and them at /flashfacts. That's always the one that gets me. That's why I let you say it, but we got it down. And
I made a photo for you that's going to come up later.
Ooh.
So you don't even have to say it no more, son.
Oh, don't you be talking dirty to me now. Don't you start talking dirty to me.
Threaten you with a good time, Devon.
dang.
Oh, Jack is he's a silver-tongued devil.
Do you want to go?
Yeah, we can.
Let's just
out.
go.
No, you're tied onto the chairs right
You
now.
better take your seat and read your verses.
Yeah, you have apples and peanut butter with you, don't you?
Yeah.
Who does
They're
that?
so good.
Weird-ass Americans.
It's actually almond
apples
butter.
and peanut
It's
butter?
actually almond butter that I homemade myself.
That's
it's
actually very
good.
delicious.
Anyways,
Very
Flash.
delicious.
So,
Anyway.
Flash, yes. One thing that I feel like is just the ongoing joke with the show is just at the very beginning of the episode, he just, boom, he runs all the way to Star City, runs into Felicity. He's like, Felicity, we got to talk. And shout out to
She's
Felicity
so
right
fine.
there.
I'm sorry.
No, she's a very, very gorgeous girl. I ran into Emily Bett Richards.
Emily Bett Rickards.
I ran into her one time in audition. I was like, oh my goodness, that is a good looking
He
woman.
texted me right away. He was like,
I
dude,
did.
the legs on this chick. I'm sorry, it's inappropriate. But still, it was. She was like, she is absolutely, undeniably more beautiful in real
She's
life.
my favorite person
No, she's
ever.
gorgeous. She's definitely gorgeous.
Ever.
West Allen all day.
But you know who's more gorgeous?
Oh, me? Thanks, guys.
Wait.
Iris. We got Iris coming up.
Oh, I was like, are you pointing to Emily
I was going to
Bett
point
Richards?
to Iris if she comes around anytime soon.
Yeah, but the ongoing joke that they have is like his clothes just don't catch on fire no more. He literally ran from city to city, and he would just like, Felicity, we need to talk. Blew all her papers around, by the way. I'm sorry for that, Felicity. I'll talk to Barry next time. But yeah, and it's interesting that he chose her to be the one. You know what I'm saying? As far as like to break it down.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people he could have confided in. He confided in Felicity. I don't know if they're hinting at something or whatnot, but y'all needs to back up off my West Allen.
Wait,
okay?
what? She's one of the smartest people there. Of course they're going to confide in her. Of course he's going to confide in her. She's the best person ever.
That's a good reason with opinion, because she's the best person ever.
That is a good
But
opinionated
I believe he
reason.
likes to confide in Felicity because she is out of the group. She's kind of an outsider. I
Yes,
know she's
also.
considered part of the group, but everybody else is messed up right now. So if he can go to Felicity and get some kind and get some kind of like direction for her. Okay, I made it like I said the wrong thing. I apologize. Okay,
It's all good.
And get some kind of like normality is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
With Cisco, shit knows what's going on there. You know what I'm saying? Daniel Panabega, she thinks she's getting kidnapped. Like all this shit's going on. At least when he goes to Felicity, it's like, well, okay, things are normal except Diggle got a baby boy.
Right.
Which I'm going to take from you real quick because you want to know who this is pointing out to
know.
be, Mr. Connor Hawke.
Yes.
Helen, have we got that?
From Legends.
Yeah. Well,
I'm sure we do.
I mean, it's
sure
not
we do.
from, but it was appeared in
Diggle's son,
Legends.
Connor Hawke, there he is,
Yeah.
thank you. So in Legends, in one of the alternate timelines in the future, 2046, we got Connor Hawke, who is actually Diggle's son. So with Barry messing up the timeline in this season,
This is so
he's
cool.
technically created Connor Hawke.
That is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But I'm actually gonna get to that. I'm actually gonna get to that.
There's no but. That's like.
No, there's a
that
but.
should get a
There's always a
reaction.
but. There's always time for buts. Okay. So first of all, let me just point that out too. Everybody loves pudding. I gotta disagree with you right there, Felicity. I don't like pudding.
I
so
love pudding.
That's why nobody likes you. But I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm playing. Yeah, I'm kind of playing. I'm just playing. Come on. You know we got number love for Olivia most of the time. So, yeah, Connor Hawke. We already talked about that. Yes. So another thing I need to get at is West Allen. We need to understand that this timeline messing with Barry is getting on my nerves. Okay? It's getting on my nerves. Look at her pretty little self with them hot leather pants she always got on.
Yeah, I got this photo because I know you really like that version.
Oh,
of
yeah, that's my
Iris in
favorite.
Those leather pants. Yeah, that was
Those
my
hot
favorite.
leather pants, Iris, keep West Allen it up with those. But he keeps erasing their smooches.
Yeah,
He keeps
it's true.
erasing the smooches. Every time he gets him a little piece of the lip action, he goes back and tries to save or not save somebody. And as you know, it never happened. It never happened. It never happened. Barry?
He's kissed this chick like 5-6 times
Yes.
now.
Yeah, no.
But technically he hasn't in the time
Exactly.
of the
Well,
right now.
yeah.
Would it be fair to say, though, that with each kiss, it instills something in her, so when she kisses him again, it seems more
Yeah.
familiar each time?
Within her or him?
Within her.
Both, probably both. Well,
I mean,
her.
both, but he knows.
He knows what
so
happened.
with
yeah.
her.
So this cheeky
Specifically.
git is just running about timelines, kissing all the different irises he knows, so that the one iris on his timeline can feel some kind of inkling that they are meant to be together. Yes.
No. So,
Okay.
all right. So, about that epic dinner fail. Okay, that was something painful.
That was bad.
I actually like Smoke Allen more than West Allen.
Lars, you are my hero.
Lars Gertz.
Am I a bad person?
Devon,
You are
do
not a bad
consider-
person, Lars. You are my favorite person now, and I thank you.
I'm gonna just pretend like I didn't hear anything,
Lars,
and I'm gonna continue.
hide
So
your
that
kids,
epic
hide
dinner
your
fail.
wife.
You're gonna have to
Devon's got
hide
everybody
everything.
coming at you.
Because I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna find you, Lars. But shout out to Lars. But yes, so okay, so yeah, we had the epic dinner fail. It was a weird moment though, because like, I don't know, man. At the beginning of this episode, I was like, look, this a whole, I don't know if emotionality is a word, but all this emotionalities that we got clashing at this table, like, it's just too much. It's too much, it's too much, it's too much, too much going on. Okay, so I'm glad now that Winberry tried to go back and do the timeline again. My favorite part of the episode, when he gets snatched out of the Speed Force, snatched
that
out
was
of the
cool.
time.
That was cool.
And of course, I'm thinking like, oh my God, he done ran into Savatart. Oh God, the rival's fast enough to go through time with him. Oh, but it's Jay Garrick, my man, Gray Jay. Jay,
Do we have a photo
what's
of
up?
Jay and Barry?
Bring them up. Bring up both
He might
of
have
them.
to fix it for us before. Oh,
Look
there
at
it
that.
is.
Like,
That's such a great.
that's such a beautiful shot.
Favorite costume.
Yeah, that right there. That's Jay Garrick. That's my favorite costume.
Jay Garrick's your favorite. Yeah, out of the show.
Out
as
of
well.
out of so far in the show, yeah, I think Jay Garrick has my favorite.
Yeah,
Him
over Wally
and
as
the
well.
first Reverse Flash. I loved that yellow to black.
Oh,
I
we
loved
have
that.
that. The one that we get in Legends with Airbar.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna let Tatiana have that. I'm gonna let her talk
But
about
no,
Reverse Flash.
Jay's is my favorite. Guys, who is your favorite Flash costume so far? Is it Barry? Is it Wally? Is it? Have we seen Jesse's yet? Did we see?
No,
the
we
promos?
saw her
We'll
on the
see
promo.
Jesse properly next week, hopefully, and obviously, of course, Zoom. Oh shit, Zoom is a good costume.
Zoom is a good costume.
Yeah, and Zoom was cool. I mean, Zoom,
Always
like,
go with the
that one was like,
classics,
meh.
yeah, so-
Oh, actually, ultimately, my favorite costume was that ending moment in season 2 when Zoom was turned into Black Flash.
turned into Black Flash.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
yeah, okay.
I wet myself. I still have those drawers encased in a glass case. Same wetness, they're molding now. It's amazing. Yes, that was my favorite Flash costume of ever, okay? And you say what you want, but those are some expensive drawers right there.
Oh, gross.
So, yes, that part right there meant a lot to me, though. Finally seeing Jay do what he does best, which is give the advice. Because, of course, like, I mean, in the comic, he slowed down a bit, but, like, on the show, he's doing his thing still, saving people on the other, timeline and whatnot. But Barry needed that advice. That advice. Because now it's definitely got him settled, and not necessarily content, but comfortable with what he's done and able to fix the mistakes without actually going through time and trying to redo, which always ruptures something. So, Jay, shout out to you, man. That we needed that. We needed that. We could have done that 4 or 5 timelines ago, but I'm glad you finally did it, and Barry definitely accepted it.
Sarah Sharp must be reading your notes, Devon, because she's talking about Cisco Vibe. Can we talk about Vibe suit Cisco's going to be making himself?
Oh, yeah, no, Cisco was my
Vibe
next
suit.
topic.
That's why I just said she
Cisco's
must be reading your notes.
You know,
'cause she knows what's coming in next.
Shout out to you, girl. What was her name?
Sarah Sharp.
Sarah Sharp. You are
we go,
sharply
here we go.
Sarah. Now,
You
okay.
are wow.
Sarah Sharp, you were so sharp, Sarah. But
I'm sure she hasn't heard that before.
right, I'm pretty sure she hasn't heard that her entire life. I'm sorry, Sarah. But yes, now with Cisco, Cisco was the one that was actually bothering me the most. And it's one of those things like, because I assumed when he was in the whole grieving classes and all that, he was so mad at Barry. I assumed it was because he said his brother died in an accident. I was thinking like maybe he was saving somebody and his brother died in a car or something, or maybe Barry, he can't get drunk. So like something happened and Barry was associated with his death. That wasn't the case. He was just like, oh, so you can't bring my brother back? No!
But
Cisco.
no, man, no, you can't.
We can't bring him.
Why?
You see what happened. Remember the other timeline when you got stabbed through the chest?
This was my
Remember that?
this was my least favorite Cisco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Little whiny Cisco, but
Why
my
is
favorite
he's
part.
mourning?
First
Give
of
him a
all-
all of you guys, he lost his brother, and I mean, I understand Barry can't do
Wait,
it.
but him and his
but-
brother didn't get along anyway.
didn't like
in
each
the
other
original
anyway.
Well, it's
timeline.
still his
brother.
brother. Like, it's his blood. You have to
I'm
give
just saying.
him some time to
You know
mourn.
what? You know what? I'll take that. Yes, everybody
Yeah.
mourns differently. I'm not saying that I don't have some family members that if they just suddenly disappeared off the face of the earth, I'm gonna be grieving about. But I
Yeah,
will let
Justin
Cisco
Reese
have
agreed.
that. I will let Cisco have that. But one thing I do like about this Cisco, though, is that he has accepted his abilities. I didn't even know if he had them, honestly. They didn't even, like, hint at him or nothing.
Well, it's in,
But-
again, emotion
Yeah.
makes him come strong, which is referring back to Flash Season 1 kind of stuff.
But I do like that because now he kind of low-key has a sidekick since Wally West doesn't have the speed in this timeline anymore. So he kind of has that, and I like what they did with that. I'll take that. You know, he's not upset no more. Everybody's, you know, found their calm, cool collectedness. If it was me in the group, I would have been like, no, I want to know what I did in this other timeline real quick, just so I can know. And if it's something I like, I might try to do it now. But, you know.
That would lead
Libby
you to
Robb
your
just
demise.
said Cisco gave me the feels, sidekick feels, though.
Yeah, see, who's it?
Libby Robb.
Libby Robb. I'm right there with you. I'm sidekick
Yeah,
feeling all
okay,
over the
Mamma
place.
Mia. Barry went back to save his parents. Why can't Cisco ask?
No, it's good that he can ask.
Exactly.
He
I
can-
agree.
He did ask,
He-
but I'm saying he did ask, but then he was, after he saw what happened, he kept seeing what happened over and over, and he was still asking, and he was still like, it's like, well, you can't. Clearly, look at what happens. It's not a good idea. Stop asking.
But if Barry explains to Cisco and says, like, look, this technically ain't the right timeline anyway, so don't worry about it. In a little while, you're going to completely forget any of this happened. Your brother's going to be alive. We're going to be back to normal again. You just need to help me.
I don't think that would have been good enough. I don't think that would have been good enough. That makes sense. That's a logical
no, it
response.
wouldn't have been good enough
It
for
wouldn't have been good enough. It's never good enough. It's never going to be good enough. Somebody's going to be upset about something.
Right.
You know. And shout out to John Richard and David Jones. He just got him a whip and he called it Liberty Bell.
Liberty Bell.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Shout out to
Liberty
Liberty
Bell is
Bell.
going to be premiering in Flash episode 3 next season, next week, which Armin
No, Jesse Quick.
directed. No, Liberty Bell is going to be next season. That's why he named his car.
next season?
Next episode, sorry.
Oh,
That's why
yeah,
he
wait.
named his car Liberty Bell.
I thought it was Jesse Quick coming in because we also see Tom Cavanaugh.
David,
here.
if you're watching us, please correct us. One of us knows, one of us doesn't know. But Armin is... Armin's directing the episode next week. Armin Kevorkian. Unfortunately, I can't say his name too well because it's a difficult one. But the guy who does all the special effects for it. So we are hoping we can get Armin in to chat with Devon on Tuesday after the show.
Oh,
So
yeah.
keep your fingers crossed and keep your eyes out on the groups, on the Twitter,
be awesome.
etc. To see if we
Yes.
can get that sorted for you guys.
Yes.
Back over to you, my man.
Back over to me, as always. Joe and Iris, glad, of course, more of the emotionality
let's get
glad
some
that
Joe
got
and
worked
Iris
out.
up here.
So, Mr. New Man, Julian Albert, a.k.a. Tom Felton, a.k.a. Slytherin.
Wait,
over
we're going
here.
straight over Joe and Iris?
Yeah, I mean, because I kind of talked about them in the whole thing. I mean, she forgives him now, you know, that kind of thing. It wasn't necessarily something that was too crazy. It was the whole thing about the mom.
Yeah, so you
Which
think
is
that's
like-
done and dusted.
yeah.
Now you think they've cut that off. Joe,
Well,
Iris,
because-
Wally, a happy family again.
Yeah, they were mad about that the other season as well, when she was like, you ain't gonna tell me about my mother? You know?
Yeah.
Like, we've already gone
Got
through
it,
that.
got
I'm
it.
glad they kind of showed it and dismissed it very fast.
Yeah.
We didn't need a whole nother 5
Episode
episodes
about
of that same dramatic
Amen to
storyline.
that.
So we're going to go to Julian Albert.
Yes, we're gonna go to Mr. Julian Albert himself, Flyable. Okay, so
He's getting old, okay?
Malfoy.
He is.
Tom Felton Malfoy is starting to
Hey.
look old. They are
He
some
looks
stress
great.
lines in his head.
No, he looks
That is like
perfect.
some
He
looks
5
so
o'clock
good.
shadow. There's getting a bit grey. That
Yeah.
hairline's
But
starting
he
to
needs
recede.
that to separate himself from
That's
Harry
true.
Potter.
From-
because
yeah, from
everybody's like,
Malfoy.
Malfoy.
Although he's
So
never
he
going to be
looks
forgotten.
Well,
No,
one
he's
thing
so
that I
good,
have
yeah.
noticed is that whenever a guy comes in with Jack's accent, they always tend to be a bad guy.
That's true.
Whenever
is
they're
true.
in wheelchairs
This is
or
true.
they have accents, they tend to be bad guys.
Have you
It's
seen the
why.
new Jaguar commercial? The Jaguar commercials?
Jaguar.
Jaguar
Jaguar?
commercial.
Jaguar.
Jaguar.
It's got like all the British villains in it. Tom Hiddleston, Mark Strong, the kid who plays Beast, even though he's not.
I have seen that. Nicholas
And-
Holt.
Yeah, Nicholas Holt. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
do the whole, if you need a fast car and you're the villains driving fast cars. It's just British people represent villains nowadays, apparently.
They do. They always
they're all
have every
evil.
James Bond movie
great.
ever,
I love
pretty
it.
much. But
Because in every channel.
yeah.
That's a good point.
But so yeah, with him, he doesn't like Barry. They have definitely this thick rivalry. You see what I did there? Rivalry. Okay, we're gonna move past that. So, yeah, you know, he rubs me the wrong way. Okay. Speaking of, because now we have him in here. And as you know, Albert Desmond has an Alvin Desmond. There's the twins. And now we got the Dr. Alchemy out here. And I don't know. It's something, I don't know if it's necessarily him. I'm not going to say it's him. We're still barely in episode 2. We need a little bit more to build off of. But I'm personally thinking that there is not an Alvin Albert, because that would sound weird, but like a Desmond Albert. Maybe they're doing a play on the names.
Got it.
That's behind that mask.
The alchemy mask.
Yeah, the alchemy mask.
So you believe alchemy and Julian Albert are in cahoots?
Not necessarily in cahoots, because I think maybe Julian Albert is actually a good guy. I think maybe he is. But, and this is probably just going to sound stupid, they're never in the room at the same time.
Well,
Okay?
Neither am I and
Yeah,
Batman.
Maybe you just revealed your secret. Okay? So,
no, you have an English accent, so it's
that's true.
You're clearly a villain.
you're clearly a villain.
So, I don't know. But, I mean, we have another Who's the Man in the Mask for this season as well. So, guys, please use the hashtag DCTV crew.
Yeah, fine.
Oh, my bad. So yeah, hashtag DCTV crew if you have an assumption or a prediction on who's behind that mask. Because I need to know. I'm still thinking it might be a Desmond Albert.
Julian is the new Eddie. Could you imagine if Iris and Julian get
Oh, no.
together?
Oh,
And
yeah,
just watch
man.
Giovanna just come.
Who said
just
that?
hang himself this
Who
episode.
said that?
Matt
Dean Boyle.
Hantu.
No, Dean Boyle.
Oh.
Dean Boyle.
Oh, no, sorry,
Matt
Matt
Hantu.
Hantu. You're
Matt,
right.
huh?
Matt Hantu.
Matt Hantu, I like your enthusiasm. I really do. I like it. I don't know if
Oh.
us West Allen fans out there can take another Iris relationship or a Barry relationship. I
Libby-
don't think I have it in me.
Libby Rob again. Do you think Julian knows that Barry is the Flash?
That one, I don't. I
No,
don't think
me
it.
neither.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think
mean,
he just hates Barry because I think he fancies Iris. I think
he
Julian
might.
fancies Iris.
He might better keep his little
You
slithering hands to himself.
You sure
Oh
he
my
doesn't know
goodness.
that Barry is the Flash?
We
I
don't.
don't-
No, we're not sure.
For right now, I don't think so.
You don't think so? I think he does.
You think he knows that Barry's the Flash?
Yeah. I think he suspects
No, he
it
knows
for
something
sure.
isn't right
Well,
about
he
him.
doesn't know
but I don't
for
think he knows
sure.
it's from Flash.
Yeah.
Remember, he said like, "There's something that's not right about you.
But
I
I
don't
know-
like it, and I don't like people I don't like and trust."
I know,
Blah,
but
blah, blah, blah,
I feel
blah,
like
blah,
he's
blah.
going to put it together sooner than later. He's a smart guy.
He is a smart guy, but I mean, I'm pretty sure he has the ability to figure it out. But I don't think he knows.
Don't we all?
You know,
Don't
yes.
we all?
Don't we all? Right, Edward Clarice.
Oh, Edward Clarice
We got
is
some
back.
more Clarice and Alchemy back in this one, which is
We do,
good.
we do. We have him back in this one,
He's cool.
and I'm digging him. You know, he's cool. He's a little different. I enjoy his villainous cockiness.
I feel like he should have some kind of volcanic powers as well.
Right?
Right,
With the color
he
of his
He
Yeah.
does look like
Volcano.
cool
magma.
down
Yeah,
lava.
cool down magma with
Yeah.
it underneath him
Yeah.
still kind
He
of
does
shit.
kind of look like it.
Oh, we have so many.
It's just
monsters.
I don't know. I don't know really where I'm at with him. I mean, he's cool. He keeps losing. Like he's obviously
It's big.
He's obviously
Yeah,
not
it's
that
big
fast.
speedster. Yeah, it's not- yeah, not
like to
good.
be so cocky, he's not that fast. I wish Barry was as cocky as him because Barry is that fast. He definitely needs his motivational speeches every time, but he can hit that speed, and I love it, love it, love it. But I don't know. It's a weird relationship with him and Alchemy right now.
The reason I
I'm not
like
sure where
the
they're gonna
rival
take
is
it.
just because it shows new powers for the Flash as well, kind of thing. Like
Yeah.
we hadn't seen Barry do the dual F3 tornadoes
Mm-hmm.
yet, but with the rival, it gave the writers an arm and the creative leniency to kind of input these new powers
Mm-hmm.
that maybe Barry can't do just yet. But you want to know what? The rival can.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit! Barry's realized the rival can do that. I must be able to do that. So I feel like that's what I like about the rival being.
Mm-hmm.
He's given Barry some ideas about how he could also be a speedster as well.
Yeah, and I agree with that. That Bravo Armin and team for that whole like F3 tornado scene. Like me, I whenever I see Barry kicking it in high gear, I love it. Regardless of why he's doing it, I love it every single time, every time. Just making sure you got that. All right. Hashtag West Allen. So we also now Caitlyn got some secrets.
Oh, it's a good point. Did we talk about Dr. Alchemy? Yeah, we're fine on
Yeah,
Alchemy,
we're
right?
good on Alchemy.
Yeah?
We're good on because
Cool.
the thing is we don't know too much about him. Obviously, he has. I think that's the Philosopher's Stone he was shooting.
Oh, the skin suits. People were talking about the
The huff. The huff. What are they?
husks.
Husks. That I don't know. That maybe it's because the Philosopher's Stone has something to do with transmutation, and so
Yes,
that
so
just might
that-
be what's left behind. But like I said, we haven't gotten enough yet to really make too much of a solid guess. But I'm very sure it's going to deal with the Philosopher's Stone
The
transmutation.
transmutation happens inside the husk, and then
Yeah.
the transmuted person comes out of the husk
Yeah.
and it's leaving the shell.
Like when a tarantula sheds that outer layer and is like a sexier tarantula. I
Yeah.
don't know what you want to call it.
Oh, he's sexy now.
Oh, sexy tarantulas. I mean,
Got it.
anything with
Cool.
8 legs and 8
Let
eyes.
me just sexy.
Make sure you write that down.
Sexy
Tarantula.
Got
Hey, come on, it's on page
Got it.
200 of the flywheel. You should know that by now. Jesus. But yes, so Caitlyn,
Killer Frost.
Killer. Well, now, the thing is, we don't know if it's going to be
possibility.
possibly Killer Frost.
That's a cold hand.
That is a cold hand.
That's not liquid
Yeah.
nitrogen.
But that's not a cold heart.
That's definitely
You see
Killer
that face?
Frost.
Wait,
That's not a cold-hearted
give it
face.
time.
She will turn.
Give it time.
She already been
Because we
kidnapped.
know how Killer Frost is. Killer Frost has that undyingly long, whitish blonde hair, dark blue lips, and makes very cold puns all the time. Kind of like, just kind of like Mr. Freeze in Batman and Robin when he was like, "It's ice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you."
Nobody talks about that. nobody does.
Yeah, I know, we try not to. But, I mean,
Why?
we can't pretend that wasn't a beautiful suit that Arnold Schwarzenegger had
Thank you
on.
very much. It's a great movie,
The
too.
suit
People
was
hated that
on,
movie. It was
yeah.
like
I don't know about the nipples.
amazingly entertained.
And the Red Wing was like the best,
best,
motorcycle ever. It was awesome. But yeah, so yeah, it's nice to meet you. But I'm not sure where they're gonna go with this. I feel like it's gonna go to one of those moments where she's gonna be pushed to the brink of something and have to like help Barry out real quick. You know, they always
And it's
have to
going
do
to
that kind
come
of
through
thing.
emotion again,
Yeah.
the same as everyone.
Well, the thing is, it doesn't look like, though, especially judging from that scene, that it takes emotion for her to get there. Because she was easily able to be like, oh, is he out the room? Is he out the room? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Barry, I'm sad. So it doesn't take necessarily like, oh, my God. Like, Cisco was like, I got to help. Let me do it. And he wasn't even really that emotional. He was just kind of like, I got to do something. You know, adrenaline was probably going.
Or
But
it was like pent up emotion.
maybe.
He's been
It could
through
be.
that.
Yeah, he transferred that. It's Mamma Mia. Would we have a good Killer Frost?
And that's what I think. I think
That's
we've
a good
already had the
one.
bad Killer Frost.
So
That's what I'm
now we
saying.
might get a sidekick Killer Frost instead to the Flash?
Maybe not a sidekick. She's probably not going to be out in the field as much as Cisco. But
Oh, so you think Cisco's vibe is going to be out in the field
I think
more?
Cisco's vibe is definitely about to do something. Because remember,
Well,
he
he
got.
does have cool, you know.
No, I agree,
Yeah.
but his strength is with...
That's true.
His strength is at Star Labs,
Yeah.
normally, behind the computer.
But you remember, they started putting him out in the field a lot last season, and his power was
With
important.
Joe.
He was the portal
Yeah.
opener. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like
true.
but Killer Frost, like, we already got Captain Cold. Like, do we need another cold body? But like I said, that's not a cold heart that you see in this picture. She displays that very well with her face, and so I don't think we're gonna have an evil Killer Frost, but I feel like there is somebody that we are about to have evil come on the screen. That arm we saw at the end when Edward Clares was like, when he was like, you failed me again. And it was like, let me try again. And then that metal arm, come on, guys. I'm not the only one whose jaws got tight thinking that that was Savatar's arm. Savatare, Savatar, okay? I like to call him the Speed Force bastard child. Locked into the Speed Force.
Speed Force
Bastard child. He's the one that no one wants to have the Speed Force, but he has it, and there's nothing we can do about it. Unless Barry becomes Black Flash and touches him and he withers away into nothing, but that's a whole nother story, guys. Okay. So yeah, I'm hoping, I want that to be Savitar, just because I feel like he's much more of a detrimental villain. Not to say the rival is not a good villain to Jay Garrick in the comics or whatnot, but it's not about Jay Garrick. You know what I'm saying? It's not. It ain't Jay. And Savitar can also open up more things dealing with the Speed Force, because I don't know if maybe to stop him at the end of this season, or like if that's him at all. Is that trapping him in the Speed Force? Is that what they got to do? And then maybe season 4, Barry turns into Black Flash. Something weird. I don't know. But it would be very interesting.
Speedster, and
Yeah.
Speedster, and just more and more
Yeah,
Speedsters.
because there's literally like a lifetime supply of speedsters.
There
in
is,
especially
yeah.
with all the timeline play. We could bring in the kids, Wally kids, Barry kids. We can bring in anybody kids, okay?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Hide
we'll see.
kids.
Hide your kids, hide your
hide your
wife.
wife.
Devon's getting everybody out here.
We getting everybody in the Speed Force. Okay? Everybody gets the Speed
Devon,
Force.
before you throw it to our Facebook groups real quick, I have a YouTube question from Mac Tyler. Mr. Mac Tyler, thank you very much. When do you think we'll see Gorilla Grodd?
Ooh, I'm assuming
with
towards
the-
like the middle of the season we might get some Grodd City. You know, some Gorilla
Do
City.
you think we're going to get Grodd City first, and then that's going to... Because obviously last season we were hoping that Grodd City was going to be a big part of this
Yeah,
season.
but I think what they did is they threw him out to like the primitive, like Caesar, Planet of the Apes, Gorilla City, and it's advanced by now because some time has passed.
He's advancing now. Gorilla Grodd is becoming...
Yeah.
And we're also could
The
possibly
timeline.
see... Yeah, okay, cool.
And remember the timeline, so maybe with the timeline, alien spaceship crash, boom, the gorillas is geniuses, and now it's like we got an actual Gorilla City with the telepathy helmet and everything. I still want to see the moment where like Wally or Barry gets on top of his head and he bangs the helmet.
bangs the helmet,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's Justice League for you right there.
I have one. I got one more question from YouTube for you.
I'm ready.
Lily Mitchelson. What about a Wally and Jesse romantic relationship?
Why does everybody want a relationship with some random people? Jesus. Do I want to see it? Not really. No,
No, me
I would
neither.
want to see him with Linda as always. Everybody wants to
We
see him
still
with Linda.
have Linda as well. We still have a Linda part.
Yeah,
don't
but
we?
it's like, it's weird now, because now you're just homie hopping, and now they're like cool, and it's like, it's weird. It's like Wally brings her home now. Barry's like, oh, Linda. And Wally's like, what was that look for? Is there something going on? And he's like, no, nothing ever happened like that. It's just weird now.
Yeah.
You want give a shout out to your Young Justice fan, Jordan Valdez. Since they're doing Artemis on Arrow, I'm hoping we're going to get a Wally and Artemis in the 4-way crossover. I'll
take that.
Like in Young Justice.
I will take that.
Jordan
What's his name?
Valdez.
That'd be cool.
Jordan Valdez.
Jordan
That'll be
Valdez, You're a good thinker. You're a progressive thinker. You're a future type person, and I appreciate you. You're a future person. I appreciate you. Good thinking. And shout out to a couple of Instagram groups who I'm a fan of. They have lots of followers, so I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys might have heard of them. CW_the_Flash_Smallville. They post a lot of awesome videos, a lot of awesome pictures. Same for Marvel_DC_Unity. Go follow them now. Awesome people. I double tap everything. I'm pretty sure it gets lost in that big amount of love that they get all the time. But guys, if you want to join the conversation dealing with the Flash and all things Flashtastic, get out your Flybles, okay? Get out your Flyble and hashtag DCTV Crew. And with that, you can do it on Twitter, you can do it on Facebook. In the groups, we have both Flash/Facts with Lance. Oh, right here, awesome. And we have the DCTV Universe crew on Facebook as well. So hit us up, let us know. I love interacting with you guys because you guys are such great people. And the Flash wouldn't be the Flash without your, I couldn't think of nothing wrong with Flash besides a bad word. And shout out to Lil Timmy, I don't want to say the bad word. So, yes.